Well, good morning. Good Wednesday morning. Welcome to another Wednesday morning. This is another beautiful day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. We will be happy. I will be happy for the blessings that He has given me once again. Undeserved blessings, but I am very thankful for them. I wanted to talk to you a little bit this morning out of Colossians 4. But before I go into that, I did want to make the announcement that we had made on Sunday, but we'll make it again, that on May the 24th, which is this coming Sunday, we will be back in our sanctuary. We will be social distancing. We will have some safeguards in place. We are taking many precautions. So I would welcome any of you who are watching that would like to come and be a part of our congregation. We will be working to safeguard everyone and to have a wonderful day of worship. We start at 9:45 a.m. for Sunday school. Then we will continue at 11 for the worship service. And I would just welcome anyone who's been watching this to come and be a part of this congregation. Colossians 4:5-6 says, "Walk in wisdom toward those who are outside, redeeming the time. Let your speech always be with grace, seasoned with salt, that you may know how you ought to answer each one." You know, during this time, I don't think anyone would claim to know all the answers. I think anyone who claims to know all the answers either is divine, which I know they're not, or they simply are deceiving themselves. None of us know all the answers. In Colossians, it tells us to season, to always have our speech be with grace, seasoned with salt. Now, Jesus calls the Christian the salt of the earth, that we are light and salt. That if we lose our salt, we're good for nothing but be trampled underfoot. And here it is telling us to season our language with salt. But it also says that our speech should always be with grace. You know, Robert Frost is one of my very favorite poets. He has this wonderful little 2-line poem that says, "We all dance around a ring and suppose, while the secret sits in the middle and knows." I don't know of any time that little poem applies to any better than right now. I think all of us have our opinion. All of us have our thoughts. All of us think that we know the answer, while the secret, the right answer, sits in the middle and knows. We dance around the ring and suppose, but the secret sits in the middle and knows. I would invite you today to be patient, to be kind, to speak with a Christian grace to all those around you. I hear people who criticize wearing masks. I hear other people criticize people who don't wear masks. I hear people who criticize social distancing. I hear other people who criticize not social distancing. See, I come across a lot of people and I come across opinions from all over. But what I realize is that each person is thinking for themselves. They are ultimately deciding for themselves what is right and what is wrong. They can't decide for anyone else other than themselves. I've had people who have very aggressively tried to press opinions in one direction or another. But our call as a Christian is to be filled with grace and have our speech seasoned with salt, which means that we are to be, when we are talking with people, to be grace-filled beings, loving them, esteeming them more highly than we esteem ourselves. Reaching for them, looking for an opportunity not to share about whether the virus is good or whether the virus is bad, whether this political party or that political party is wrong, but rather looking for a chance to share the love of God, to share Christian beliefs, to share that Jesus died for us all. And all we have to do is accept that gift. Today, I would want us to step back and realize that what we have is perspective. What God has is a plan. What we have is limited perspective based on limited information. What God has is a plan based on perfect information. So we need not dance around the ring and suppose. Perhaps it would be better if we sat down and had prayer and prayed for each of our brethren. Prayed for those who didn't believe like we do. Pray for those who maybe have expressed an opinion that you don't agree with. Seek ways that you might love them. Be grace-filled. You see, at the end of all of this, no one has all the right answers. I don't care how much information you have. You don't have all the right answers. And it would do us well to step back and to admit to ourselves, not only do we not have all the right answers, but we don't need to have all the right answers. Instead, we need to be grace-filled. We need to be quick to hear, slow to speak. Quick to forgive, slow to anger. We need to do a little less dancing around the ring and supposing. We need to do a little more sitting and let the secret reveal itself. I want to encourage you to do that today. I welcome you again to this Wednesday. I hope that you are blessed. I pray for our nation. I pray for our leaders. I pray for our leaders at every level. I pray for you. And I hope that you have been blessed by these things. We are going to continue them even as we begin to meet in the sanctuary. I believe that we should continue this so that people are reached. And I thank you for being here today. God bless us and God bless this nation.